The Bible's most cursed mountain, Mount Hermon. Some places in the world feel sacred, hallowed ground where heaven and earth seem a little closer. But other places, they feel different. They're like scars on the landscape, reminders of rebellion, darkness, and ancient wrongs. And in that dark regard, one mountain seems to stand apart. A place with such a profoundly unholy reputation that its story is tied to a rebellion against God himself. This isn't just a story about rocks and snow. It's about a spiritual wound that has festered for millennia. A place that some believe served as a gateway, not for the divine, but for the profane. This is the story of Mount Hermon, a mountain with a legendary curse. What if one of the most pivotal events in ancient lore didn't happen in a holy city, but on a mountain summit with a dark reputation? A place that legend says is named for the very oath that sealed a rebellion against heaven. This is the story of Mount Hermon, where an ancient text claims 200 fallen angels made a pact that would corrupt humanity with knowledge it was never meant to possess. Section 1. The Pact on the Peak. To understand Mount Hermon's sinister reputation, we have to travel back to a time before the Great Flood. And our main guide for this part of the journey isn't the book of Genesis, but another ancient and hugely influential text, the Book of Enoch. While it's not part of the official biblical canon for most traditions, its stories were well known to early Christians and New Testament writers, and it attempts to fill in the gaps of the strange story found in Genesis chapter 6. According to Enoch, a group of 200 angels, known as the Watchers, were sent to earth to watch over humanity. But as they looked down upon the daughters of men, their mission was twisted by lust. Their leader, an angel named Shemyaza, worried that he alone might have to pay the price for this great sin. His followers quickly put his fears to rest. In a moment of absolute rebellion, the 200 Watchers bound themselves together with a terrible oath and mutual curses. The spot they chose for this unholy agreement was the summit of a great mountain. And according to this story, that's how the mountain got its name. They called it Mount Hermon, which some scholars believe is linked to the Hebrew word for oath or curse, forever tying the mountain to their transgression. It was here, on this very peak, that they supposedly descended, abandoned their sacred duty, and began a rebellion that would change human history forever.